avoid legal status by telling people they're being recorded. Sawyer, guess what?
Hey, what's up, Angel?
You're being recorded.
That just saves me so much paperwork for having to sue you.
Talking about paperwork.
I think I was talking about being sued.
Yeah, I'm actually getting sued at this moment. No, hopefully that never happens. But if you ever want to start a business and like through like the state and whatnot, you don't need LegalZoom to do it, and you don't need to pay like hundreds of dollars to do it. The actual filing of the system is a few, like sometimes it's even free in some states. If not, it's like a few bucks. But LegalZoom makes it seem like it's simple and easy to do it through their site, that you just have to pay like hundreds of bucks, and they like have it, yeah, like in a list of what to do. But
So they basically walk you through the process for hundreds of dollars.
yeah, basically, and then you realize all you need is like a couple Google searches here, and you save a couple hundreds of dollars. Probably like the first year, like $500, $400, $600, depending on your state. You're like, wow. Another fun fact: a registered agent on your business is just somebody who like receives the important mail and emails of the business from like the state. That's all the registered agent does.
So they just get the emails. They're like the contact person for it, and then they make sure that everything's fine.
Yeah, and when you start a business with LegalZoom, they make sure like LegalZoom's the registered agent, and their program is like pay $400 a year. So LegalZoom's your registered agent. You have to don't worry about a thing. I'm like, in a small business, you could be your own registered agent, and you're the one that like does everything. So like, that would save you probably like $400 a year, and I think the actual filing of the system is like $20. And I'm like, this is what I learned on TikTok.
I was gonna say, are you going through all this stuff now with the new store? Like, is it like a store thing? But probably not, because you already have the business, so probably all that stuff's already taken care of.
That's actually like, yeah, that's like professional. Like we have an actual accountant and all that for that side of it. My parents and whatnot. This is not for like my somewhat little business.
Yeah. This is what's on your For You page?
Yeah.
And I have like little puppies on my For You page, and you have like actual business stuff.
I'm so intrigued by it. They're like, yeah, you don't need LegalZoom to do all this. Like, it's a couple bucks, depending on your state, and you just have to do some Google searches. I'm like, are you serious? Did I just pay like LegalZoom to like have everything compact and guide me through the process? And then it keeps getting you at the like the registered agent part, like $400 a month. And I'm like, that's coming up. The renewal thing is coming up. I'm like, I gotta change that. So I changed it. It cost me $20 to fill out a paperwork, and now I'm not gonna pay $400 a year.
There you go.
That I'm a registered agent. It's basically telling me that the government told me this.
Yeah.
I'm like,
just cut out the middleman. Like,
yeah.
Look at thank you, TikTok.
With that being said,
roll the intro.
Oh.
Oh, welcome back.
Oh my goodness.
All I hear is
I was wondering like this. Oh, I'm still on. Oh well. And then you're like pointing at the mic. I'm like, oh. I'm like, sorry guys. Hopefully that doesn't ruin the intro. Oh, I guess I could. I have to do more editing. Mute that part of it, and then for sure. Yeah, there we go. Boom, editing works.
Oh, have you seen? I guess maybe not. But Clubhouse has been all over like the news and everything. They're like, I'm not sure if you've heard of this new up and coming app, but it's called Clubhouse. Here's why people are trying to be a part of it. And so like it's been on Good Morning America, I would say, the past like 7 business days. It's probably been on like 3.
No
Like
way.
they just do like a little 5-minute segment on it.
What's a Clubhouse invite going for nowadays?
What do you mean what's it going for?
Like, are people buying Clubhouse invites?
Yeah, I don't. They didn't talk about that, but they just said it's a very exclusive thing where basically you have to know somebody in order to get in, and be careful because you only have a couple of invites to send out. So choose wisely who you want to join you. And so they're like, it's the exclusive app that you should be a part of.
Mm-hmm. That's good marketing.
Yeah, and I'm like, because you say it's exclusive that you want to be a part of it, you're like, I do want to be a part of it.
Mm-hmm. Twitter's kind of challenging Clubhouse by having their own. Is it rooms? It's like Twitter. They're trying out a feature. It might be Twitter rooms, but it's basically like the Clubhouse app in Twitter.
I could see Facebook doing something very similar. I mean, you got Facebook groups. Why not just put like a room section in it within the group where you could talk?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you can have an open room or a locked room where you need the password. I mean, kind of just like what it is.
That's the challenge of Clubhouse right now. Is it going to be a full-on app that's going to survive and like succeed, or is Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat just going to do a feature? Be like, dude, Snapchat could
very easily do it. They already have the button for the audio stuff, like because they've got the video call and they have just audio call. They could easily do something like that. Is Snapchat owned by Facebook?
No, they tried to buy them out, but Snapchat
said no.
even said no. Yeah, Evan Spiegel. I don't know.
CEO of Snapchat.
Yeah. So, well, we'll see what happens. Oh no, this is too early.
Too early? What?
Like sports cards.
Oh.
You know, we were talking about the digital sports cards of it things. Apparently, that's trending. And
I don't see that taking off. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see that becoming like a massive, crazy thing.
Guess how much transactions has happened in the virtual like sports cards?
No.
You don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
Yeah. You're not gonna believe me when I tell you. Like, yeah.
You see, like, I mean, what's the time frame?
I think. Let's say how many transactions has happened in the last day?
2 million. That's gonna be such a lowball number, isn't it? I regret saying it as soon as I said it. See, this is what happened. You make me second guess my guesses because I've been so off on like all of our guesses.
Okay. Apparently, in the last 30 days, it's seen 50 million in transactions. 50 million. So
I mean, I'd be pretty close. It's got to be like 1 point something.
Yeah.
For a day on average.
And so there's like different ones. Top Shot is mostly just NBA basketball. And that one's just like literally highlight reels. If people they own it. There's like another one so rare where soccer player. It's like a fantasy league, but you own your cards by the players.
Oh, so the better cards that you have, that's who you can play on your fantasy team.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I was trying to get into that one because I like soccer and like watching that, but the prices are like they're up there. I'm like 2-3 months ago it was like $10 or $20 for a card or a player. Yeah. Now it's going for like 60. The cheapest ones that nobody want.
Yeah.
Mbappe, I think, sold for like 40 grand.
Jeez. A virtual card?
Yep. I'm telling you, it's going crazy.
Oh.
And like,
I guess it's a PSA 10.
And then also, PSA changed their prices to grade
Mm.
now. It used to be like I think $15 or economy, but now it's like $20, five more bucks per card, and then the rest of it's everything's changing. So yeah,
That doesn't surprise me. I mean, they were just getting bombarded with everybody, and like probably had so many like 6s and 7s. They're like, we can't just do this for everybody.
their backlogs like you probably if you do economy submission, you probably won't get it back into a year. That's insane.
What? Oh, I couldn't wait that long. And then at that point, it's like, is it still gonna be big then? Like, you want to know.
Oh. And it previously was like a 45-day turnaround, but that 45-day is now a year. Like But Luka Doncic sold for like 4.2 million. One of his rookie cards.
Oh, he's 1 of 1. It was a 1 of 1 signed one I saw.
Yeah. That wasn't even graded, but it's 1 of 1, so it doesn't matter.
It could be a 2, and it would probably still sell.
Yeah. Things are going crazy. So, yeah. Anything new with your life?
Whew, my life. No, yesterday it was Candace's birthday.
Ooh.
So we were able to celebrate a bit. Went out for lunch to a pizza place. Then there's like an arcade that's by us, and it was the first week that they're open. Like, you have to reserve a spot to go play. And so we reserved a spot, and so we were able to go play. I made her a cake. It's a pretty good cake. I'm probably gonna have a slice.
A cake?
Oh, I baked a cake.
Oh, sorry.
Not from scratch. I mean, it came out of a box, but I baked a cake. The last time I tried to bake her a cake, I took it out too early, and it sunk in the middle. So this one's edible.
Wait. Get me through that process of like the first time you made a cake. Was that you only bought 1 box, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy 2 boxes.
So I'm new to this whole baking thing. So 1 box equals 1 cake, right?
Mm-hmm.
You only had 1 try to do this.
Yep.
So
and I followed the instructions to a T. I have to say, to a T.
Oh.
Obviously not to a T. But I think what ended up happening was I just took it out too soon. And so what you do is after you, like, when you're baking a cake, when like you're around where the time is for it's supposed to be done, you take like a toothpick or a fork and you put it in the middle of the cake. And then if you pull it up and like nothing comes with it, then you're fine. But if there's like batter that comes with it, it's not done yet. Because like it can look perfectly fine on the outside, but that's how you test it. And so I didn't do that the first time. I was just like, oh, it looks fine. So I took it out, and then like 10 minutes later it was just like a donut shaped type of thing, but it didn't have the hole. It was still connected, but man, it was sunken down. I tried to salvage it, but it wouldn't have been good to eat.
Could you just put it back in the oven or no?
It was too late at that point. Yeah. I used a fork this time.
I would have probably tried to put it in the oven and be like, it's good.
Well, I try to be like, Candace, it's fine. And she's like, Sawyer, this is raw. And I'm like, it's fine. And it was a Valentine's Day thing too. I was trying to be like all cute, make her a chocolate cake on Valentine's Day. Nope. And that's why, everybody, don't try. You'll only disappoint yourself.
Don't try in major events. Have some like practice first before you try to do it on Valentine's Day.
Or buy a backup.
Oh, that too. Be like, this is
pre-made cake.
There you go. Oh, like my sister's good with cakes. My mother just like has somebody to make them nowadays. As well with food. Previously, like they would make things, but now, after my sister and I left the household to go to college, my mom was like, "I'm done cooking."
I've had it.
Yeah, I raised you guys. You guys got food. You guys are fed. I'm done. She's like, it's just way easier to go get something for like Subway for $5. You got a whole meal right there, and then I'm not gonna spend an hour cooking for myself from your dad, and that's it.
That's something that like I'm not looking forward to whenever kids come into my life. in the very far future, like feeding them.
Oh.
Like, I feel like it's gonna be a lot of money to feed children.
Yeah.
And to entertain them after like a days of work. I'm gonna be like, yeah, get out of here. What are you doing? That would be great.
Videos of like this little girl was like my mom always threatens to like take my iPad away, and then it's that trend where like the music goes like dun 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 dun, like, and so she goes, my mom threatens to take the iPad away. I'm like, well then do it. What else are you gonna do? You gonna entertain me? You gonna play dolls with me? What are you gonna do with me? And she's like, oh, she uses the iPad as like leverage and whatnot. I'm like, I would give you a box and go play with the box.
Use your imagination.
Yes, yeah. Use your imagination. And give the whole typical. My parents would be like, when I was your age, we didn't have
all I had was this stick. Kids these days, they're so soft.
My dad didn't let me play with soccer, like with balls at all, and it's like, okay then. I'm gonna go try to play with my neighbor. They got video games over there. Yeah, my dad. I think that's why my dad was so strict against like video games, and just the whole. You're just standing or playing video games all day. You're lazy and not doing anything.
Yeah.
Now they're getting paid.
Yeah.
I was like, we'll see what happens.
A lot of them are millionaires now.
Oh, yeah, Booga.
Yeah. How much he made? Like $3 million or something.
Yeah,
all in a day's work.
Oh, he was making some good money, and then I think that tournament. I remember somebody comparing it to like other major sports events, and you're like, that is huge compared to like the other ones. Like,
yeah,
it was a tennis match or like a golf one, but yeah, he won more than those some tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
well, now the big thing is like streaming and like playing for people while like you're, I guess, like recording yourself while you're playing like live to people. And so I watch like in the background when I'm doing like admin stuff for work, like I'll have like a stream up and running or something, just because the ones that I listen to are like they're very conversational, and so like it's just kind of like a podcast basically. But like I'll have it up, and like you can subscribe to different people, which is basically just for 1 month you pay $4.99, and there's really no perks to it. Like you just can like if it's like a big enough person, like a big enough streamer, they can put their chat in like sub only mode. So like only if you're a subscriber you can talk with it, and so it's like more exclusive that way. And so if like they get enough people to pay this $1, or I guess this $4.99 a month thing, it's like it doesn't seem like that big to you, because it's like, oh, I'm just giving them $5 and that's fine. But it's like there was one that it was today. The kid had he had almost 800 subscribers in one day, and so what's that? It's 100 times 5, so 4,000. So just from today, he made $4,000 just from doing that, and it's like it's just ridiculous, like how much money you can get in 1 month.
Yeah.
Like,
is that on Twitch or is that?
Yeah, it's on Twitch.
I think Mark's on Twitch.
Yes.
He told me to follow him. I'm like, okay, and then I just keep forgetting to like add him on that thing. I hardly go on Twitch and stream. You kind of remind me of OnlyFans, how girls talk about OnlyFans and like how much money they're making.
Yeah.
I'm like, and then another video always reminded me of like, if a girl or like, if somebody charges more than how much is in Netflix, like $7.99, $8.99?
Yeah.
The guy was like, if an OnlyFans account charges more than $8.99, you're telling me you have better content than my Netflix subscription?
You better have a lot of different variety of stuff for me to be watching, because I might switch around sometimes.
And when he compared to that, I'm like, he has a good point.
Yeah.
It's like $7.99 and $8.99 for Netflix account, Disney Plus or whatever. And some OnlyFans accounts are charging $19.99 a month, and you're like, the whole adventure series, or like this OnlyFans account? And you're like, talking about streaming.
Yeah.
I don't know why I wanted to watch all Harry Potter's, or at least listen to all Harry Potter's movies in a row, and I'm up to, I think, the 6th one, or the 5th one, The Order of the Phoenix, and
isn't that a lame one? Order of the Phoenix, or is that the with the Triwizard Cup?
Triwizard Cup.
That's a cool one then. I like that one.
Man, I'm getting them confused.
Because there's one that they just, because the Order of the Phoenix it's like a more of an informational one.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one when Hern dies?
Spoiler alert.
Have you not seen them all?
I get them confused so badly right now. I just watched them. Okay. When who dies now? Wait, what?
You've seen it before though.
Yeah.
Okay, Dumbledore. Dumbledore dies, I think.
Dumbledore died?
What?
I kind of forgot about that. No, that's not when he dies.
Oh gosh.
This is why I wanted to rewatch it.
Dumbledore died. Half-Blood Prince.
I'm actually, yeah. That's the one I'm probably gonna watch tomorrow, or like listen to. But yeah.
Harry Potter movies ranked from worst to best. They said Chamber of Secrets is the worst. That's like the OG.
Is that the second one?
It's the first one.
Oh, Chamber of Secrets.
Oh wait, Sorcerer's Stone is the first one. Chamber of Secrets is the second one.
And now it's like I'm finally putting them together with like how fast I'm seeing them. And even then, sometimes I'm a bit confused, but it's some things that like you just get confused by.
That's a good one to kind of go through though. I like being able to watch the Harry Potters just like in X amount of time, but like straight through them. Like that's something that I did after graduated college, my first year of like working. When I would come home, I would just like randomly, I was just like, I'm just gonna watch some Harry Potters, and it was good.
So I think it's the no, it's not. It's not the cup. The Order of the Phoenix is. I don't even know anymore. But basically, it's not when Dumbledore dies, but it's when he who must not be named finally gets caught by the higher ups, and they finally believe Harry Potter and Dumbledore that like he's really out there.
Back.
They're not taking his word. And now that I realize it, looking back, I'm like, oh, wait, the higher ups are like in that sense, like kind of like it wouldn't be the government. Nah,
I kind of felt like it was like the people that created all the rules.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, basically the governing society of the magical world didn't believe Harry Potter and Dumbledore, and they wanted more proof. And that little witch, or I don't know if she was a witch, but that teacher who came in Hogwarts and started making all the rules was there.
The lady that always wears pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was a good actor. She was a good role. But that finally clicked on me. I'm like, oh, they don't believe Harry Potter and everybody thinks he's making it up. I'm like, why would they believe that? Like, how would he make that stuff up?
Who just says like that guy's gonna be back or is back? Like, why? What do I have to gain from this?
And then somebody died too. It's like, who killed him if they don't believe he's back? It's like, how did he die? And then I just like accept that it's a movie script and it has to happen this way.
It's not real life. It's not real life.
It's like, why did Ron and Harry fight over this dumb scene? I'm like, it adds drama to the movie scene. You're like, oh, okay. Yeah. So The next one's Half-Blood Prince.
That's the one where he dies.
Dude!
We already talked about this.
I think that's the only one. Yeah, that's the only one I didn't see. That's probably it.
That's probably why I didn't realize
Yeah.
that happened.
Because I remember seeing the last two, but I don't know if it's been so long since I saw the previous ones that I didn't. It got so confusing towards the end when he was plugging everything together, and I'm like, I can't plug that together with that because I don't want that. Yeah. Tomorrow, hopefully, I might be able to finish it. We'll see. If not,
Fingers
next.
crossed.
Yeah, and then the third one, The Prisoner of Azkaban. There's a lot of shushy voices, like low voices,
Mm-hmm.
and there's always those scenes where like people are always very quiet, like nobody's talking.
Yeah.
Something is being shown on screen that's like very supposed to be like astonishing and whatnot, and I'm like, ah, shoot, this is not the moment right now, guys. Be more descriptive.
In that movie, it's like a very like dark movie too. Like that's one that's like, just like it's like always nighttime. I feel.
Always that time, always very secretive and shushy.
Yeah.
That one I didn't get at all. I listened to all of it, but I was so confused during all of it because something secret was going on. I'm like, oh, and then yeah, it's a movie, and I'm like, something's happening.
Something's happening. Oh gosh.
They're probably hiding from somebody passing by, but they're not talking about it. They're probably making the shushing sound. Yeah, I can't see that. Huh. Now I'm wondering if there's gonna come out with like movies of like just listening, but like, I guess that's podcast, right?
Or I'm thinking like audiobooks.
Audiobooks.
But I mean, you just have to hope that the movie that you want to see is based off of a book.
Mm-hmm.
And in most cases, they always say that the books are better than the movies too.
Apparently, they're more descriptive and they put more details in there, and it makes more sense.
And I feel like in your mind, you can create the characters to be kind of who you want. When movies, like they're telling you, no, this is what this person looks like. This is what this person looks like.
I also saw the sales in the market, or the box office. I think it was $7 billion.
For Harry Potter?
Yeah.
$7 billion. Dang.
And their budget was like 1 point something. So they like tripled, quadrupled 8 times, 7 times. Yeah. I thought the budget was huge, and then like the sales, like wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Huh. That author. She said.
Oh, she's fine. Yeah. She's rolling in it. I wonder which movie made the most. Harry Potter movies. Yeah.
What do you do after that? Like that's your peak. Like the odds of that ever happening again.
Yeah. But it's like you don't want to admit that.
I guess if you like writing, you just keep doing it, and it's like, I'm good. I don't think she sees the downside of having one of the best books of all time. Kind of reminds me of like Beyonce's Halo song. It's like, how many years of singing for that song to go like insane? And it's like Halo.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
The last Harry Potter movie, their budget, like the final one, Deathly Hallows Part 2, their budget was $125 million. It made alone $1.3 billion. That was 10 times budget just on that one movie. That's wild.
Harry. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine being like the kid actor? What would Sawyer do if he was the kid actor in either famous movie scene or sequence or like television show?
Invested all in Bitcoin. No, I mean, I don't even know what I would do. I mean, at that point, I feel like you just try to keep chasing that high of being in the next big movie. Because, like, I don't know. I feel like I would keep wanting to act and stuff, but I don't know.
Well, you probably be homeschooled, right? Because
Oh, probably. I
you're
feel like they were.
working a full-time job.
Yeah, I think they were all school. They were all schooled on the set.
Mm. Yeah, because you're basically that's a full-time job being an actor.
Yeah.
So.
But Rupert, the Ron Weasley, he said he always just wanted to own an ice cream truck. So after all the movies were done, he bought his own ice cream truck, filled it up with ice cream, and went around to different towns and gave it to kids for free.
Oh. Oh.
A good guy, Rupert.
Yeah. It's insane. It's cool though. I'm guessing are they all British?
Yeah. Yeah. I was watching an interview where the older twins, like Ron's older brothers, they were in an interview, and the interviewer was like, wow, they just really lucked out finding two people that were like really closely looking like one another. Like, it's just hard to believe you're not actually twins. And they're like, yeah, I mean, we just happened to be at the same place at the same time. Like the interviewer didn't realize that they were actually twins. She thought that they were just like very closely resembled one another, and they were just messing with her the entire time.
Yeah, just having to find it. She probably thought like a stunt double type of scene. Damn. Okay, I finally get the whole point of like when a British person says, after watching all the Harry Potter movies, somebody says, what does a British person say when they have a bloody nose? Because Ron would always be like, bloody hell.
Bloody hell.
I'm like, oh, that's why they say that. I never got that. I'm like, what do you mean when he got a bloody nose? They just go like, I got a bloody nose. Like, oh, bloody hell, bloody nose.
This bloody nose.
One of my videos, I was heating up water. You know how you usually heat up water in the microwave or whatnot, and somebody says,
"For your hot cocoa?"
Huh?
For your hot cocoa?
For a tea.
Oh.
But somebody was like, ever heard of a kettle? And I don't know why I just said that in a British accent or tried to. I'm like, I would have asked that person, like, are you British? I'm like, I don't think that a lot of Americans like use the kettle for like their like tea or yeah.
We've got a kettle.
Huh?
We've got a kettle.
You have a kettle?
Got a kettle.
No way. When's the last time you used it?
I don't know, probably a couple weeks ago. But like we haven't had tea in a while.
So for a tea, you would not heat it up in the microwave? You would get the kettle.
Yeah.
I didn't get a kettle then.
Actually, no, we used it for ramen noodles last.
Ah, that's smart. I just heat it up on the microwave.
I think the main reason we got it was because Candace likes the look of it and to just like keep it on the stove.
But
that's
smart. Just keep it on the stove, and whenever you need water, heat it up, and boom. Mm-hmm. The ramen probably tastes better that way too.
The ramen was so good, but then again, it's hard to mess up ramen too.
Mm-hmm. They came out with tapatio ramen noodles. Do you know what tapatio?
Is it that? No, I would butcher it now.
It's a hot sauce. That literally has tapatio on it. It's just a hot sauce, but I think they're trying to extend their brand with ramen noodle tapatios. They're really good. Yeah, they got a pretty active Instagram. Like actually pay influencers out to promote their ramen noodles. I'm like, business must be doing good. Or like actually, smart people who actually have an active Instagram. And I found it so simple. Like if you're active on Instagram, like you're smart.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's one of those things that like I feel like if you don't have a dedicated team towards it, like you don't really just think about it. Like you need to have like a social media team to do your Instagram, to do your Facebook, stuff like that.
Yeah. and they're doing it. So yeah, I don't know why I find it strange. I guess not too many people do it. That's why I find it strange.
Yeah.
But they should be doing it.
Yeah. I feel like it's one of those things that like you don't go looking for it necessarily, but if you find a good one, you're like, oh, okay, so you're fine. But like if you don't find a bad one, you're just like, oh, okay, like move on with your life, kind of thing.
Yeah. It's like, where is it? I forgot what I was gonna ask you. Favorite Harry Potter movie?
I like the Goblet of Fire.
Goblet of Fire. Is that the?
That's the Triwizard Tournament.
Triwizard Tournament. That is Triwizard Tournament.
Just because I like the games that they do. Like I always thought that was really cool.
Oh. Now I'm trying to find out what the Order of Phoenix. No, yeah, that was the Order of the Phoenix. The Order, because she was trying to instill order. Okay, yeah, I explained this already. Okay. See, I'm getting confused even though I watched it.
Yeah, you're the one that's like diving into it, and I feel like I confused you at the beginning, and now you're just confusing yourself.
You're like Dumbledore dies. What? I guess it's been 10 years since it released. Rupert Grint. Dang, they look so old. Daniel Radcliffe. Emma Watson.
Wait, since the last one released, it's been 10 years?
Yeah, 2011. Harry Potter. And
Deathly Hallows Part 2.
is a 2011 fantasy film
Dang.
directed by David Yates. 8.1 out of 10.
That's crazy. It's been 10 years since the last one.
Draco Malfoy.
That guy's gone on Twitter. Not Twitter, on TikTok.
Really?
What's his name? What's his like real name?
Ton Felton?
Yeah. He had a thing where it was people trying to say Potter. And so it was the Potter challenge. And then he would like duet them and rate people's Potters.
Really?
Uh-huh.
You're gonna make me want to go into like Harry Potter TikTok now. I remember like somehow I got into I don't know if it was like Nickelodeon actors. No, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Their actors were on TikTok and they're like giving out their famous lines. I'm like, oh,
I had the biggest crush on Allison Stoner. She was on the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Allison Stoner.
She was on like the first couple of episodes. She wasn't like a main character after like season 1.
Sweet Life of Zack and Cody?
Mm-hmm.
I'm Googling it right now. Oh.
I don't even know like if she's been in anything recent.
Oh, Allison Stoner was a dancing actress.
Yeah, she was like the cool one, in my opinion. She was like the tomboy.
Yeah. Yeah, she was always very cool. She knew how to dance, which I thought was very cool.
Yeah.
Allison Stoner. That would be another one. Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. And how they took him to the ship. Did you ever see them going to the ship or no? Did you just see the hotel life?
No, I saw. So it was Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, then Sweet Life on Deck, and I saw a bit in there. But I feel like that one kind of died off for me quick because I feel like that was when did that one even release? I feel like it was kind of like getting into like early high school, if not like late junior high.
Mm-hmm. Probably somewhere around there because I miss like I just remember seeing commercials about that. I just never got back into it. I'm like it's like one of those things like you just want to go back and see it all.
Yeah, Candace and I, we're currently going through. Oh, what did we go through? It was a while ago. She loves Hannah Montana, so we went through Hannah Montana, and now we're going through Modern Family now, which isn't really related to anything Nickelodeon or anything or Disney Channel, but when Disney Plus was out, like it was just, oh, what can we go through here? What can we go through here? Just trying to relive childhood, and I didn't really want to see it because I'm like, growing up, I thought these shows are all great, but were they probably the best? Like, no, but I don't want to like, I don't want to be like, oh, the acting sucks because then it's just gonna tarnish what I thought of it. So.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me like looking at back at kids shows. You're like, I thought that was amazing. Now I'm like,
yeah, not actually.
Yes, that's so true. But your imagination went wild as a kid. And now she's like, that's not true. I'm like, let your imagination go wild. So, I'm gonna finish up seeing Harry Potter.
What's your next one gonna be?
I finished Flash. At least everything what Netflix had.
I need to see Flash. I just keep like after we finish one, I just dive into another one. I just need to like watch it on my own or something.
And then currently going through Arrow. Have you seen Arrow?
I watched like the first episode, but I heard Arrow's really good.
Yeah, that's like watching Arrow made me get into Flash because you know how they did those little the Flash gets into the Arrow show and
little cameos.
Yeah. It redirects you to the actual show. And I'm like, darn it, you got me. And
it worked, but now I'm hooked.
And the Arrow, the guy basically is stranded on an island for 5 years. So a lot of the episodes, there's always flashbacks to that island. And going through the actual show beforehand, you'd be so confused. I'm like, they would connect the dots with those flashbacks. So I'm like, I don't remember this. Yeah. I'd be so lost. Now I'm getting it. I still get lost, but it's better.
It's like, I need a flashback to this flashback, please. Help me out.
I'm like, one storyline is hard enough. You're giving me 2 storylines right now.
Yeah.
With the same episode. And I'm like, like this is supposed to mean something because of this previous bag. But that's probably why I kind of liked it, because it made you really think, like, shoot, he was in love with her, and this is why it's bad. Like,
Have you seen Lost?
No.
I don't recommend Lost for you if you don't like flashbacks and stuff, because it was good. It was a good show.
Until a certain season. Until a certain season?
Until like the last couple of episodes. But it was so long. Like they were hour episodes, if I remember, and it was like 8 or 7 seasons. Like it was a long show, but it was one of the ones that you could tell like they just needed to end it, and so they just chose a random ending point, and it like rubbed people the wrong way. So people always, if it's like worst endings to series, like Lost is always up there, just because people dedicated so much of their life to it, just watching them, and then they just like pulled the rug from underneath you, and they're like, Joe, don't worry about all this stuff. Like, we're creating our own ending kind of thing. So it got people mad.
I always heard about that. I thought it was good. Season. I didn't realize it was the actual finale that rubbed everybody the wrong way. I thought it just sucked until after this certain season. I'm like, oh no, it's actually the ending that sucked.
Yeah. And there's a big character on there whose name was Sawyer, so it had to be good.
It's Lost on Netflix.
I don't believe so. Where to watch Lost?
Oh no,
on Hulu.
Hulu. Oh. All right, let's go to BuzzFeed already.
Or on Amazon.
Oh, I got Amazon. Gal Gadot is pregnant. Who's Gal Gadot? That's another thing that confuses me. Seeing actresses like real name.
Yeah, isn't that you're like, no, you're. I don't know. I don't even know what actor's name I was gonna throw out there, but yeah, it's like, no, you're Cole Sprouse. Or I guess no, that's what his name. You're Zach.
Yeah, like, when you give the actress's name, I'm like, who? And then they describe the character they're playing. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. I remember that person. Can we guess what brand of sneakers you wear based on the house you design? Only a true Disney fan can pass the spelling quiz.
Oh, I would suck at that. Let's do sorry, millennials, but there's no way you'll be able to pass this super easy quiz. Do you see that?
Is it down?
It was underneath the only a true Disney fan can pass this spelling quiz. Mine had like a little section for Quizzes Hall of Fame.
I found it. Sorry, millennials. But there's no way you will be able to pass this quiz. Okay, we're currently doing a BuzzFeed quiz. The title of it is Sorry, Millennials.
It's just a long quiz. Oh my gosh.
How long is it?
It took me a while to scroll down to the bottom.
Are we going to choose another? Oh, snap. It might be long.
Yeah, I can't work choosing another one. This was way too long.
I'm thinking like 20 questions, maybe.
Yeah.
Twenty questions.
Okay. If you scroll kind of up on the right side, the trending quizzes, there's one that says it's nearly impossible to spend less than $10 on movie concessions. Can you do it? So I think we pick out. The following movie theater snacks are broken up into 6 different sections. In each part, you'll be able to pick as many items as you'd like while trying to stay under $10.
I just Googled it and I found it.
Okay.
$10. Dude, that's just gonna be the popcorn.
Yeah. So.
Oh wait, first things first. What size popcorn are you getting? But it's $7.
So you don't. I don't think we have to click anything if you don't want popcorn.
Okay.
But I'm getting popcorn because I'm not a weirdo.
Okay. Are you adding anything extra to your popcorn?
Did you get popcorn?
Yes.
What size of popcorn did you get?
I got small popcorn.
I got a medium popcorn. I'm really going for it. I think I'm at like $7 right now.
I figured that would have been like the small one, $7.
Are you getting an entree dish?
What? I'm just kidding. Probably popcorn and a drink. That's more than $10.
Yeah, I don't think I can get a hot dog, a gourmet hot dog, sliders, chicken tenders, and fries, or a pizza. I feel like if I didn't have.
What about a snack?
No, I mean I don't need this. Who orders a pickle while you're watching a movie? Okay, if any of the listeners here, you order a pickle when you go to the movie theater, please let me know. Just because I'm genuinely curious. Like, if I'm in a movie theater and I hear a because you're eating your pickle, I'll be glaring at you.
Okay, what's the worst movie scene, like sequence? Dinner in a movie, or just go straight to the movies and get as many snacks as you possibly can?
That's a good question. It honestly depends on how I'm feeling. If it's like me and Candace, we'll usually like eat while we're at the theater. Like we'll just get a lot of popcorn.
Huh.
But I feel like if it's like with a family, like if it's a family environment, we'll go somewhere after the movies.
Mm. After the movies? Huh.
Yeah. Just so you're not rushed for time. You know, you can really just enjoy one another's company.
I remember I went to B-Dubs before a movie, and they were taking forever. I think
Beat ups
now
always takes forever, and that's
now
why I
that
love it.
now that I watch a lot of like waitress videos on TikTok, they're like, you know, when the waiter says it's taking forever or in like the kitchen, like sometimes they probably messed up and didn't put in your order. I'm like, oh, that definitely makes sense a lot of the time. But we got it super. I don't know. Yeah, it was the Buffalo Wild Wings at Purdue. So they usually take forever.
They were slow, yeah.
I think it took like 45 minutes just to get the food. And so at that point we were like, can we just take it to like boxes? Because like we gotta watch a movie. We thought an hour was good enough for like us to eat, but we're gotta put these in boxes. So we got them in boxes and we snuck in the wings into the movie theater.
Wow. Everybody around you probably like, oh my gosh, that looks so good.
Luckily it was winter time, so we had coats. So that worked out well. And
Sir, you dropped a wing.
you're like, don't spill the ranch. Don't spill. And I think we told the waiter, it was like, can you make sure we have like extra bags? Because we're probably going to try to sneak it into the movies. And she was like, yeah, we can do that. Like, oh.
Thank goodness.
So we got wings and dinner. Okay. Would you like something sweet?
I got a box of candy.
Oh my god.
I'm already convinced that I'm over
Yeah.
the $10.
Yeah. I'm like, I just got popcorn and a drink. I'm like, one small drink, free refills.
You got a small drink and a small popcorn?
Yeah.
How much is yours?
We'll see.
Mine's 16,
Oh,
mine's $16.
you're $16.
Yeah, which I think is a lie. I feel like this is a lot more expensive than $16.
Mine's $11.
So even just getting a small popcorn and a small drink, they're saying that's $11. I don't trust this.
This must be like California city type environment. Maybe Chicago in the city movie theaters where they have a lot of business. They can put these prices up.
Somebody commented, they go, I can't even buy a small popcorn and a small drink without going over. All I want is popcorn and a drink and a pickle without anyone judging me.
I think one time I got popcorn at the movie theater, and I thought I was putting like cheddar on my. I don't know if it was cheddar, just like seasoning on my popcorn. But it was straight salt.
You put salt on your popcorn?
Yeah, it was straight salt.
Yeah, that's not bad actually. Like seasoned salt, but it was just salt.
Yeah, yeah. Looking back at it, but then I'm like, I don't know why I was going ham on putting a lot of salt on my popcorn.
All that.
And then I'm like, I just want it to taste good. It was salty. Like you couldn't eat it. It had a big popcorn. So at that point,
You just dump it and then go ask them for a refill.
Oh, you're so smart, sweet.
You're just sitting there with your full popcorn, suffering.
I did it for a little bit, but I'm like, I really can't eat this. I'm sorry, but like, so what I basically did, it was like, move the top layer into like a corner as much as I possibly could.
And you're going around.
Yeah. Try to get the bottom portion of the popcorn that wasn't as much salted as my fault for putting so much salt to the popcorn. But yeah.
Like, you go, my fault. Like, yeah, it was your fault. Yep.
So yeah, I basically shoved like a lot of popcorn to the side and then got like the bottom portion of it. And yeah, the top layer was untouchable. Way too salty.
Untouchable.
Just thinking about it, I'm like maybe one more try I could do this, and I tried it again. I'm like, no, Angel, put way too much salt in this. Like, there's no going back. And I was like, I think at one point trying to like blow on it. That didn't work.
Get some of the salt off, even though it's literally like crystallized onto the piece of corn at that point.
Careful. Don't. How about put salt and then taste it? Don't keep going with the salt and think it's gonna keep adding more flavor to it.
Don't overly commit. Yeah.
Okay. Ready to do the outro? Ooh, question of the day.
Question of the day: what's your go-to snack at the movie theater? Like candy snack.
I was like, does popcorn count? Because
No.
I think mine would have to be Butterfinger bites.
Butterfinger bites. That's a good one. I like the cookie dough bites.
Oh.
I'm not sure if like they're a common thing. Do you have cookie dough bites at like the movie theater that you go to? Because I'm not sure if it's just like one brand. Because I think it's like a brand.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think about cookie dough bites, but I can't recall.
Yeah, they're just little balls of cookie dough with chocolate over them. And like there's a new movie theater by my parents' place that opened up, and that was the first place that had them. And I'm like thinking back, I'm like, I don't know if like that's like because it wasn't an AMC. I don't remember what movie theater it was, but like it wasn't an AMC, which is like the big one. So might have just been like that smaller chains. But that's my go-to. So that's going to be the question of the day, though, is let us know what your go-to movie theater snack is. And then feel free to take that quiz and see how much of a rig it is, because I won't spoil it for you. Actually, I'm going to spoil it for you. I retook it, and I did a small popcorn and a pickle, and they said that was $10. So that must have been one pricey pickle. But take the quiz, see if what you would do would actually be under $10, but go in there knowing that it won't be, because it's a lie. But let us know what your, again, favorite go-to movie snack candy is, and we'll see if we've got any duplicates there. You can either email those over to us, or any suggestions that you've got, or feedback to talkmentuesday@gmail.com, or you can put down in the comment section on the YouTube channel below too. Anything is always appreciated. And
small popcorn should have. That's like $7, isn't it?
It must have
$7.
been. It must have been, which is wild. That means that was a $3 pickle.
The small drink, I'm guessing the soda would have been like $4. That's 11 right there. But yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. But as always, guys, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. And hopefully within this next week, before we talk next time, you all stay safe, social distance. If you're able to get the vaccine, go get that vaccine. Let's get this pandemic over with. But tell somebody you love them, and we look forward to talking with you guys next week.
Thanks, guys.
Peace.
Boom. Good work.